Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Is Nicki Minaj gearing up to sue the snakes in the camp? And also a blogger that continues to talk trash even though they were ordered not to, okay? Now, let's start off with Nosy Broke Live, who has continued to spread lies about Nicki Minaj, said Nicki Minaj was on drugs. Nicki Minaj settled with her in court, saying that, if you speak on me or my child again, you're going to have to pay up, okay? But Nicki Minaj did not receive any payment from Nosy. And unfortunately, it looks like Nosy Broke Live is still continuing to drag Nicki Minaj and talk about her child. Now, a few days ago, we were talking about how Nosy Broke Live was basically dragging Nicki Minaj. She continues to say Nicki Minaj is a violent drug addict and the law will eventually stop her. You can't get high and abuse your employees. She is a menace to society. Sorry, she said she's a menace to society and her fans are dangerous and creepy. What? Oh my goodness, how is Nicki Minaj a menace to society, acting like she Diddy or something? But fans were calling her out, saying you better be careful because you might have to pay up. But unfortunately, Nosy Broke Live said that she never really was told that she had to pay Nicki Minaj. She said, please post the judgment ordering me to pay her. I'll wait. Y'all really gotta learn to read before you speak. I'm embarrassed for you, okay? So it looks like she said that she don't have to pay Nicki Minaj no matter how much junk she talk about Nicki. So the lawsuit was a waste of time. Nicki should have went after Nosy Broke Live like Cardi B went after Tasha K. Okay? You shouldn't even given her a second chance. This is why people feel like they can play with you, because you be giving out second chances. You should have took everything. You should have took her channel, her apartment, everything. Okay? Have that girl go back to the homeless shelter, because now she playing on your head top. Now she saying she don't have to pay. And she's still saying you do substances. That's not good at all. Now, with that being said, Nicki Minaj might have a lawsuit that she can do with her ex-manager that is suing her. She can possibly countersue, because she did talk about briefly a few months ago about how her manager was stealing from her. Okay, remember she tweeted, they try to make me book another jet every time, all because I fired management, who I found out for years was added on 30 to 50K on my jet, pocketing it. I fired a tour manager recently who was doing the same thing. Mad he got the boot. Their goal is to make me late and pocket 40K. They're being paid big money to try to sabotage my tour because so many people are mad that it's successful. They can't eat off me. They got caught stealing money from my travel jets, got fired, got mad, etc. Okay? So this was a month after the incident allegedly happened between her manager, where she allegedly slapped him and his hat flew off his head. But it looks like she could possibly countersue and get the money that he stole from her allegedly, okay? But the problem is Nicki Minaj did not file a police report. When somebody steals money from you, you're supposed to file a police report, especially when it's 50 to 40K. And if you have a paper trail. But he also did not follow a police report when, she bitch slapped him. No shade. Allegedly. So, it's twofold. But I do have some tea on the lawsuit that is still going on. Paperwork will be filed, unfortunately, against Nicki Minaj. I have that tea on Patreon. But hopefully Nicki Minaj will be able to beat it. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Now, is Botch and Bitter Bestie hired by Titanic Records to take Nicki Minaj down? A lot of fans think that this could be true. Ken Barbie, the Science Experiment, said that they work for a label, okay? But they did not name the label. And so fans believe that Ken Barbie is secretly being pushed by Titanic Records to go after Nicki Minaj. Remember, he put out there that Nicki Minaj was going broke and that she owed a lot of money in taxes. But unfortunately, the tea was stale because it had been reported and verified that actually Cardi B and Off the Cheat are going broke, and that's why they cannot pay their rent. And Cardi B owes millions of dollars in loans, allegedly, according to what has been exposed a few months ago. Okay, so it came and bit them in the butt. But at the end of the day, I think Ken Barbie definitely has been told to go after Nicki Minaj, just like Messy Lee used to go after Nicki during the hate train. Remember, Cardi B is besties with Messy Lee. He used to do the same thing to Nicki. So it's not really shocking. I wouldn't be shocked if people are trying to pay Nosy Broke Live to go after Nicki Minaj. That's how the game goes. They try to pay people to take Nicki Minaj down. Now, moving on from that, fans are debating on social media who will be winning in a freestyle battle, Megan or Doechii. Okay? I don't think Doechii has ever done a freestyle. Well, I haven't seen her do a freestyle, but I do think Doechii lyrically can take Megan Thee Stallion. Right now, no shade. Doechii is a way better lyricist than Megan. Okay? Her music is not surface level. She can talk about other things other than, sex and taking somebody's man and money. Like, she actually talks about, a lot of deeper issues that she's had dating, in past relationships. And Megan, she's talked about getting cheated on and stuff like that, but most of her content is really twerking and poom poom music, if you're being completely honest. And even with this mixtape that Doechii dropped was 10 times better than Megan's album. Okay, let's be very clear. And that's why it's getting the recognition that it's getting, while Megan didn't even get one Scammy nomination. She dropped 2 albums and didn't get one Scammy nomination. What does that tell you? That people don't really respect her music like that. Yeah, it's cool, but you're not a lyricist like that. I think people only say Megan's a lyricist because she's tall and she black. That's why. Is because she tall, she black, she got the sympathy train. But Megan's not a lyricist like that. If you really listen to her music is consisted of sex, taking somebody's man, talking about her jewelry, how she's richer than this person and that person. Doechii don't really talk a lot about that. Okay, twerking. Megan gotta be naked in every music video she do. Doechii don't do stuff like that. It's really about the talent when it comes to her. And so with that being said, I do feel like if they did a freestyle, low key, Doechii would win. Now, moving on from that, allegedly, Icespxce label Capitol Records is a little bit worried about the future of her career. Now, as we know, unfortunately, her deluxe only did 4,800 copies first week, but she did release it during Christmas. Okay, so maybe that's why the sales were low, because she released it during Christmas week. Okay. And, a lot of people weren't really paying attention to secular music during the time of Christmas, okay? So they're giving her the benefit of the doubt. But if her next project don't do well, she could possibly get dropped, I'm hearing, okay? Because you're selling less than, Scratch Off. And Scratch Off put out a deluxe. I doubt it would do 4,000 first week. I think that, RCA the colorist would at least give her a little bit of payola, where she would at least do 10. So, they're going to give her the benefit of the doubt since she dropped it during Christmas, but she's supposed to be dropping a mixtape or album this year. And if that flops, she could possibly get the boot. Okay. Now, I understand she didn't want to sign a 360 deal with, Nicki Minaj, but I would have, if I was Icespxce, I would have allowed, Nicki Minaj to be part of my creative team or be my manager. Okay, instead of doing a label situation, a label deal, she should have allowed Nicki Minaj to be her manager. Didn't Nicki Minaj say she had a management company, or is that null and void? Okay, I would have asked Nicki if she could manage me instead of doing a label deal, and she probably could have opened up for Nicki Minaj for the Pink Friday 2 World Tour. She probably could have done that. Okay, then she would have automatically been declared the princess. Now, moving on from that, Queen Bee's Cowboy Carter is predicted to win Album of the Year at the Scammys by Paola Board. I think Gold Derby also predicted the same thing. Now, here's my thing. I do feel like Queen Bee has a better chance, but the only reason why I feel like she has a chance now is because Camel Face spoke out last year at the Scammys for Queen Bee not winning Album of the Year. So I feel like they would really only give it to her out of guilt, because she really does deserve to win it, but not necessarily for this album. I feel like if any album, it should have been Lemonade. Okay. This year, to me, she didn't have Album of the Year. I think Billie Eilish's album was better. I think Sabrina Carpenter's album was better received. No shade. I think Shel Roan made, a decent amount of noise. Didn't really care for her album like that. I don't really care for a clown face like that, period. But I don't feel like she had the best album of the year, to be quite honest. But I feel like they might give it to her out of guilt, because Camel Face did speak up about, Queen Bee getting basically shunned from winning Album of the Year, even though she has like 33 Grammys. And allegedly, the Carters will boycott if Queen Bee don't win Album of the Year. They will eventually boycott because they feel like, the Scammies are using them for ratings. So let me know how y'all feel about it. But I do think that if Queen Bee never wins Album of the Year, she should definitely boycott. Only because it's like, how do you have like 35 Scammies and you don't win Album of the Year? That's weird. Now, the most streamed female rap collaborations of 2024 on Paolify are, number one, the Wannabe collaboration between Meg and Gorilla Glue. They're at number one. What You Know About Me, featuring Gorilla Glue. Well, not featuring Gorilla Glue, but Gorilla Glue's song featuring Sexyy Red. That's number two. The Never Lose Me remix, Flo Milli, SZA, and Botch and Bitter. Alter Ego by JT and Doechii. Then the Wannabe remix with Cardi B is at number 5. Back Outside. That song is by Anicia and Scratch Off. Then Mistress Service, is at number 7 with 10.2 million. That, I don't remember the original song having a collaboration. I know the remix did, and that had Flo Milli and Megan Thee Stallion. How I Look at number 9 with 9.3. Rocksteady at number 8. With 10 million. That is Meg and Flo Milli. Accent, 9.2. I don't know who's on that song. I know it's Gorilla Glue's song, but I don't know who's the feature on that. GTFO, I don't even know who that is. Procedure. Now, Procedure, I feel like should be number 1. I like that song. Gorilla Glue and Scratch Off, they did their thing. Lemon Pepper by JT. Okay, I don't know if that is a collaboration now. In Immaculate, 2.2 million, and that is at number 14. I don't know who is that either. I don't listen to that song, but congratulations to these ladies. Okay, now here's my thing though. I feel like a lot of those collaborations, they wasn't really like any of the best songs of 2024 though. Procedure is a decent record, but is it the best song of 2024? No, I disagree with that. I feel like a lot of these female rappers, they're not putting out great hits or like hits that last at least a year. A lot of the songs they be putting out come and go. No shade. Now, moving on from that. So a lot of people are talking about Kylie going to the Golden Globes with her boo thing, Timothy Chalamet, and her getting snubbed by Demi Moore. Okay? Demi Moore is interacting with everybody else except for Kylie at the table. Now, there's a lot of mixed reactions to this. People felt like Demi was being rude. That, she should have at least acknowledged Kylie. It looks like she does say something to Kylie, but she really don't pay too much attention to Kylie. And here's the thing. A lot of actors and actresses don't respect the Kardashians. There's a lot of people in fashion don't respect the Kardashians because of the way they came up. Kim's tape. Let's be very clear. No shade. So a lot of people still in Hollywood don't respect the Kardashians, even though, a lot of them have made businesses. A lot of them are able to do stuff outside of reality TV. They're still never going to really fully get the respect that they might deserve in the entertainment business. But I also will say that I don't feel bad for Kylie. I saw a lot of people saying they feel bad for Kylie. I don't. I'm sorry. Kylie is a culture vulture. She has used the black community. Now she pandering to her more white side, as she should, because she was a white man. But when she was with black men, she was getting lip injections. She had the BBL look, okay? The enhanced butt and boobs when she was dating Travis, Tyga, Party Next Door, and entertaining all the black men in the industry. Let's be very clear. And then she used to taunt Black China. People forget that she stole Black China from Tyga. Okay, when Black China, Angela, whatever she wants to call herself now, was cool with Kim. And people gonna say, oh, she was a minor, but it still was wrong. She knew it was wrong because they didn't even fully come out as a couple until she was 18, because they knew that if she had came out when she was 15 or 14 dating Tyga, people would call him a pedo. And let's not also forget that Kylie and Khloé have been sued by less popular fashion designers because they tend to steal not only men, but they have been stealing designs from less popular fashion designers. They have been taken to court, and Kylie and Khloé have been sued and lost in court and had to pay up. So I don't feel bad that people don't respect Kylie in the industry, because her family don't always do the right thing. And there's really no shade. Now, moving on from that, fans are calling out Sexyy Red. Sexyy Red posted on her Instagram, me with the ops, with a picture of Nicki Minaj, okay? And a fan says she always posts Nicki after hanging out with the op girls that hate on Nicki's family. ... Guess she wants to make sure the Barbs still support her. But let me not wake this up yet, okay? And then another fan responded and said, the Barbs think they own every single rap girl. They also think these female rappers need them when they have shown to not even be able to help Akbar or Bia's careers. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. Here's the thing. I think Sexyy Red is always going to kind of remain neutral with the female rappers. I think she is a fan of Nicki Minaj. All of the girls are fans of Nicki Minaj, even the ones that don't publicly show her love. But Cardi B, Scratch Off, Megan, they're all fans of Nicki Minaj. But I do feel like Sexyy Red will eventually work with the Cardi B's and, the Megans and possibly the Icespxces and the JTs. I think she's going to work with other female rappers that Nicki Minaj may not like, and I don't think Nicki's going to care. Plus, she was just spotted with Cardi B. That's why some of the Barbs are calling her out, is because she was spotted out with Cardi B in the club, and allegedly they got a record coming in 2025. Okay, so y'all better get ready for that. Okay. Now, next, we got to discuss this. Doja Cat officially surpasses Cardi B to become the second highest selling female rapper in history. What? Oh my goodness, Botch and Bitter. See, you was too focused on Nicki Minaj. You was too busy throwing shade at Icespxce. Doja just went and took your spot. Goodness gracious. I mean, well, Doja Cat been surpassed Cardi B in my opinion. talent-wise, visual-wise, album-wise. She on her 5th album, okay, that's going to drop this year. You're on your 2nd. That hasn't even dropped. So, of course, Doja Cat was going to surpass you. That's why she's the princess of rap. I'm waiting for y'all to wake it up. But don't ride the Doja Cat wave when she dropped heat this year. I remember some of y'all dissing. Stay on that side. Don't come over here when she dropped heat, okay? I don't want to hear, oh, I love Doja Cat. No. Y'all was fake. Y'all was fake and phony. Stay on that side. But anyway, Doja Cat deserves her flowers. And, you know, she's making Cardi B bow down. It's so funny how she was able to surpass you in like 3 or 4 years. That's embarrassing. So, you know, if Botch and Bitter don't drop this year, you're officially not considered a rapper anymore. You're an influencer, a baby mama, a stripper, but you ain't a rapper. Anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.